As you should know by now, Ball Street are giving top quality group previews with James Horncastle and David Preece for every single group of the World Cup. We are now up to Group F, guys. Taking a deep breath, and we're good to go again. Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea. Let's start with the champions, the world champions. What squad? I was looking for weaknesses in the squad, and there aren't really any glaring ones on paper, but when you dive a little deeper, is Manuel Neuer, dare I say it, is that a weakness, the fact that he's been chosen as the number one when he hasn't played all season?
I'd be hard pushed to say it was a weakness, but you'd have to say that he isn't going to be the he's not going to be the goalkeeper that if he'd come off the back of a full season. He needs games under his belt, but the mentality he's got, he can just drop him in anywhere. And even if he was playing outfield, he could play outfield as well, you know. But I know that Oliver Kahn said that it would be a ridiculous decision to expect him to play at the same level. And he's right, and especially when you've got a goalkeeper like ter Stegen, who's just had a brilliant season himself, is an outstanding goalkeeper. When there's no pressure really to play Neuer, I don't know whether it's a bit of a gamble or not. When you think about defensively, so like Mats Hummels had a bit of a difficult season, and I just don't think that as phenomenal as their squad looks, it just could be an area of concern for them if they have one.
The strength of this team is the midfield, right? Sane's not even in this squad. I know he's not totally a midfielder, but Kroos, Khedira, Özil, it's so strong that Neuer, needing a couple of games to get back into it, he might be all right because Kroos is going to be on the ball the whole time. They're going to be able to do it. What do you think about the squad? There's obviously the talent pool's there. Do you think the starting 11's good enough to win it again?
Yeah, I think the only doubt around this Germany team is the left back position. They haven't really got a class left back, I would say. Aside from that, everywhere else on the pitch, it's world class. Even
up front, Timo Werner?
Yeah, Timo Werner, I think, gives them pace. It's got Champions League experience this season with RB Leipzig. And I think, they do have, Mario Gomez still going. Who knows what it's like to be at major tournaments and win things. But I think, this is a team that has got goals everywhere. Khedira, for example, has just had his best season ever in terms of goals, breaking in midfield for Juventus. So, I think Germany, they'll be obviously better for the experience of 4 years ago, better for the experience of the Confederations Cup, although that's been a curse to anyone who's won it. They really showcased their depth there, sending their second string to it, and they won. But I also think, in addition to the talent and Jogi Löw, organisationally, Germany, in terms of logistics, planning, preparation, in terms of like where we're going to base ourselves, how we're going to rest, recover, how we're going to travel, second to none. That was a massive part of their success in Brazil. You can guarantee that they'll have made the most of every minute that they had in Russia last summer to get this exactly right.
Yeah,
I think it puts them in a very strong position.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, they've had a dry run at it, haven't they, a little bit? Are there any team in their initial group that you think could somehow pose any kind of threat to them?
If Germany play to their potential, then they'll give, and Neuer is to play, then it means they'll give him a chance to get the game and the minutes under his belt that he needs. Yeah. That's a big plus. But look at someone like Toni Kroos, who's developed in the job that he does, the best at it.
It's incredible.
And the only doubt I've got about Toni Kroos is that he's a massive Robbie Williams fan. That's fair.
You're not a fan. You're Gary Barlow, man.
That's the only negative I can think about him.
Yeah. Let's talk Mexico. And Hirving Lozano, PSV, 22 goals in 44 games, sorry. For the first time in a long time, Mexico have got a player there who could end up being world class for them, don't you think?
Yeah, although I was always a big Javier Hernandez fan. Chicharito as just being someone as a goal getter.
He's had a tough season at West Ham, not played as much as he should have, but he'll be crucial for them. And Carlos Vela as well, who a lot of Premier League fans will know from his time at Arsenal. He'll probably be one of the front three for them. as well. But Lozano, I think, is definitely one to keep an eye out if you haven't watched any of PSV this season. He scored a lot of goals and it's really exciting for them.
Well, finding players like that is why Marcel Brands, the director of sport at PSV, is now the director of sport of Everton. Because, it's looking at markets like that, uncovering talent like Lozano. They've done very well at picking up Mexicans and showcasing how good some of these players are in Europe. I just wonder how far have they come, how much have they learned from their experience in the Confederations Cup last year, where Germany, who they're in a group with, blew them away. You wouldn't necessarily expect them to beat Germany. But
will they beat Sweden? Will they be good enough to beat Sweden?
I think they will, actually. Yeah, Sweden, we have to give a lot of credit to them. I think they've come a long way. It's helped in some respects that Ibra has retired, even though he flirted with coming back, because they've become more of a team in the meantime. And, they out-qualified Holland in their group. They beat France at Solna. They knocked out Italy in the playoffs.
It's been the heartbreakers of the World Cup so far.
Exactly. They didn't concede a goal in either leg, in Solna or at San Siro. My worry for them is that a lot of their best players haven't had the best season. In the meantime, the goalkeeper Robin Olsen's picked up, I think, an injury. Lindelof, that move to Man United from Benfica, hasn't worked out. John Guidetti, who I thought looked a fantastic player when he was at Feyenoord, was a real fan hero and had a lot of charisma, a bit like Ibra. He's had a indifferent time since going from City to then Celta and all that sort of thing. So I think that would be my worry about Sweden.
They did a poll in Sweden saying, should Zlatan come back?
Yeah.
63% of them said that they didn't want him back. They were happy with how it played.
At his age now, you'd have to accommodate him. It'd have to be changes made around the side. As well as they did in qualifying, everything just screams to me that I can't see them getting on the group.
When it comes to South Korea, there's one man who stands out for them. Song Heung-min, 20 goals this season, 20-odd goals last season. Where would you play him? If he's your main man, he's done so well out wide for Spurs. Do you do the same for South Korea?
He's done both. If Harry Kane hasn't been playing and they had Fernando... Llorente up front, and he wasn't really working out, so they tried him in games. They'd put Son up front as well, but I like him on the left hand side. He's great at breaking down. He's pacey and get down past full backs and playing three at the back from the centre halves. But I think they're a poor side. I watched a lot of them last summer, sort of in the Gold Cup as well, and they played the other night against Scotland. And you thought they'd win 4 or 5 against Scotland, a really weakened Scotland side. And they played well enough to do that, but they just didn't go that extra step to win it, so that's the only concern for me.
What do you think about this group? Who's going to make it out of it? Let us know in the comments below. Click that like button if you've enjoyed the video and subscribe to Ball Street. We've got a group preview on every single group of the World Cup, so go check them all out. We'll see you soon.